Hi, everyone. All right, so for today's session, as you can see in the background, I do have a yoga mat. We will be using that for core related exercises towards the end of today's session. Right now, what I want to do is get started with our warm up. So let's take a step back. I'm actually going to move this forward a little bit. We're not going to need it for a while. All right, so let's get started with a little jog in place, along with a good swing of the arms, nice and easy with the swing. Light on the feet. At this time, you should not be going too fast, just warming up the body, taking your time with your pace. 3, 2, 1. And let's move on to opening up the hips. So one leg at a time, bring the knees up and around, going as high as you can, about to hip height with the knee. So bring the knee up and keep it going. 3, 2, 1, and let's reverse that rotation. So out to the side first and then center. Really good to wake up the hips. We're going to be using them quite a bit today. 3, 2, 1. And let's do a little side to side with the jacks. This is for anyone who's uncomfortable with jumping jacks. Otherwise, now is a great time to do those jumping jacks. So work with the variation that works for you best. Light on the feet here, light on the feet. 3, 2, 1. All right, at this time, let's get down on the floor, getting ready for push-ups. So with me, plank position, you can do this on or off the knees for the warm-up. So going down and up, down and up. And let's add a little shoulder tap here. Tap, tap, keep it going. Down, up, and tap, tap. If you're on your knees, keep the hips low. Down, up, couple more. Last one here. And plank position. And let's go from the plank to walking back and reaching up. Keep it going with that. Just a couple of these. Last one. Standing up. And finish up with the jog in place. We got about 10 seconds here. So keep going with that jog in place. And I'm going to show you the first exercise. What I want to start off with is some squatting, like so. And then a little block, elbow to knee. We're going to do that while alternating the sides. So with me, 3, 2, 1. Going down and block. One side, other side. Now this is our first set with this exercise, so you should be going nice and slow, going as deep as you can into the squat. If a full squat is too much at this time, just go for a little squat, a half squat. I'm going to keep going nice and low here. We got 10 seconds left. Bring that elbow to the knee. Last one coming up here, squat and block. All right, next up, we have another combo that's going to involve a block here. So, starting off one side, I got my left leg back. First, I'm going to block, elbow to knee again, covering myself. And as I step down, I'm going to finish up with a jab and an uppercut. So those 3 things, block, jab, uppercut. Block, punch, uppercut. Keep it going. Some people like to count it out, so you can do that now. Like so. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to keep this pace here so I can practice my form. Once you feel like you got the form down, you can pick up the speed a little bit. We got 2 sets of this, so you'll have plenty of time to pick up that pace and get your heart rate up. 2. Let's finish off with the block. All right, moving on. Next up, we have a little bobbin weave motion, a little 1-2 step with our legs. On that third bobbin weave, finish it up with a hook. And then we'll do another 3 before we hook to the other side, all right? So 3, 2, with me. One side, other side, and hook. 1, 2, on the third one, hook. Going at your pace, remember that. Do what you can, slow it down as much as you need to get the form in. Back is nice and flat. So when you go down, kind of like you're going under a branch, bending at the hips and knees so that your back stays nice and flat. We want that flat back to have good form. Keep going. 2, 3, 1, 2, and last one here. All right, moving on. We're going to focus on the other side for the block, the punch, and the uppercut. The 1, the 2, and the 3. So, eyes on your target, whether that's the corner of the wall or any picture you have up there. Ready? Block, punch, uppercut. Again, eyes on a target if you have one. 2, 3. We've worked on this combo already, but we have it on this side. So I want to practice form for both sides. Make sure they're both equal. 1, 2, 3. Block, punch, and uppercut. 2, 3. Again, once you have this form down, if you feel like picking up the pace, I'm going to leave that up to you. You do not have to follow my pace during this time. 3, 1, 2, and 3. All right, going back to our first exercise, we're going to do that squat and the block on the side. Bringing the arms and elbows out to the side so you get a good oblique crunch right here. All right, so with me, start with the squat and block, squat and block. Still covering yourself from the side. 30 seconds left. Back is nice and flat, just like what we were doing with that bobbin weave. All the bending, a lot of the motion here is coming from the hips and the knees, while the back stays as flat as can be. Best way to practice that is look straight ahead and keep that core nice and tight. Last one, all done there. All right, going back to the block, one side with the punch and the uppercut. Keep those hands up. You always want your hands up just a little higher than your shoulders. So bring them up here. Start with that block, punch, uppercut. Block, punch, uppercut. Again, this is set 2, so I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit because I feel pretty good about the combo here. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Keep it going. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep it up. Punch, uppercut, block, punch, uppercut. 15 seconds. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, this is a great time for you to practice keeping your eyes on a target and hit that target with every throw you have. And done. Woo! All right, back to the bobbin weave. On the third one, you want to have a good hook here. The hand will be just as high as the elbow as you swing out to the side, twisting at the hip here. So, watch closely. 1, 2. On that third one, a little twist of the hip. 1, 2. Again, twist of the hip. The hips are where your power comes from. All in the core. Little twist of the hip can really help with that power. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. 1, 2, 3. 15 seconds. Nice and low here with the bobbin weave. And last one here. 1, 2, and 3. Going back to facing the other side, working, in my case, the left side now. Block with the left, punch with the left, and uppercut with the right. So 3, 2, start with that block. Block, punch, uppercut. Again, picking up the pace if you can. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Watch those hands. Make sure they're up, a little higher than your shoulders. Keeping them right in front of your eyes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 15 seconds. Block, punch, uppercut. Block, punch, uppercut. Again, find the pace that works for you. If you need to slow it down or you need to take a break, that's up to you. Last one, punch, uppercut, and finish off the block. Woo! All right, everybody, we have round 2. So, new set of exercises here. So with the first one, what I want to do is, again, facing the right side here, and I want to take 2 steps back, and then as I come forward, it's going to be a punch. So facing the right side, back, back, right on, punch, punch. Keep it going, back, back, punch, punch. Notice I'm moving 1 foot at a time. It's not a jump back. We're not hopping. None of this here. 1 step, punch, punch. Keep going. 1 step, punch, punch. 15 seconds to make this real challenging. Try to go back nice and low. Punch, punch. Stay low. Punch, punch. Last one. And punch, punch. Woo. We're going to do the other side in just a minute. But before we do, we're going to go back to some squats here. The way this is going to work is we're going to focus on elbows. A downward strike. And we're going to go for notice here, my elbows and my knees do not touch. The idea is not to touch the elbow to the knee. It's just to simply use that as a target and focus on that strike. As you do this, you should be getting a good oblique crunch as you squat down. Eyes on the knee here, eyes on the knee. 15 seconds. Looking downward as you do this. 5 seconds. And last one. Excellent. All right. Moving on. We have the left side now. So I'm going to start off with some fairly straight knees here, just a slight bend, so I can more easily step back and then punch with my left side here. 2 steps back, 2 steps punch. So back, back, punch, punch, back, back, punch, punch. Watch your foot here, watch your footing. 1, 2, punch, punch. Nice and easy here. It's still the first set, especially with this side here. Punch, punch. You might find that you're a little more coordinated on one side than the other. That's okay. But you want to make sure that you can even that out as much as possible. Keep it going, less than 10 seconds. Punch, punch. Punch, punch. 1 time, back, 1 more time, and 1 more with the punch. All right, everybody. Moving on. This one's going to be a little bit more fast-paced here. So, focusing for 20 seconds on one leg and then 20 seconds on the other. Going with the knee and a kick. So with me, knee and kick. 20 seconds here before we switch sides. Knee and kick. Notice my pace here. It's not too fast. Just trying to get the motion in. Kick. Nearly done here. Last one. Knee and kick. Other side and go. Knee. Kick. This is the pace I'm going to stick with here. But if you feel like you can go a little faster, again, that's up to you. Just like with a lot of things here. Go with the pace that works for you. I always like to go slower with the first set. Get that knee up. Both times, you want that knee up as high as possible. Last kick, and done. All right, going back to facing the right side, and we're gonna go stepping back and punching like so. So with me, all on the right side here, step back, punch, punch. Remember, if you wanna make it a little tougher, go low. Go low when you step back, kind of like a lunge first, and then step back. Now it's the second set, so I'm gonna pick up the pace just a little bit here. Punch, punch, back, punch, punch. Keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna stay low here, but that does not mean you have to be low with me. If you'd rather stay tall and step back, go for it. 1, 2, punch. Last one. 1, 2, punch, punch. That's it. Woo! It gets a lot out of you. Okay, going back to the squat and the downward strike. This is our second and final time with the squats and the downward strike. So with me, eyes on your knees and strike up, alternating sides so you can work both sides of the obliques. Looking down towards the knee, be mindful of your heels. Your heels should be firmly planted on the floor. Some people, when they squat, they tend to let the heels come off the floor. We want to avoid that to make sure the knees stay safe. Heels on the floor. Less than 10 seconds here. Emphasize that swing of the elbow. Last one. Done. Moving on to our left side here. So I got my right leg back. I'm going to punch with my left. Again, you can stay low for this one to make it a little tougher for the legs. That's optional. So with me, stepping back, punch, punch. I'm going to go low here. 2, punch, punch. Keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2. Watch your footing here. Watch your footing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Take those breaks when you need to. If this is going a little fast, if you need to slow it down, or if you need that water, keep it going. Keep it going. We got 10 seconds here. Keep those hands up, protecting your head. Last time here, back, and punch, punch. That's it. Not too bad, right? Okay, last exercise before we're down on the floor for core. So, 20 seconds, one side with the knee and kick, and then 20 seconds with the other. So with me, knee, kick. Going a little faster here. Kick, knee, kick. Get that knee up, 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 up. A little bit higher than your hips if you can. 3, 2, one more kick. Switch it up. Go. Should be a quick transition from one side to the other side. Knees up, knees up. Keep it going. Keep it going. Less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, one more kick. Done. Woo! All right, real quick, we're gonna go into our abs portion. So I'm gonna pan down a little bit here. There we go. Starting off with the plank. So the way I wanna do this real quick, you can do this with just leg raises, or you wanna do opposite arm and opposite leg. If you're doing this one with me, arms and legs, you wanna take it slow for an easier transition from one side to the other side. There's a lot of balance work going on here. Keeping the hips low, eyes on the floor. And we got less than 10 seconds here, less than 10. You'll notice you're not supposed to be up in the air too long. It's just about 1 Mississippi. Last one. Very good. All right. I always like to switch from a plank to some kind of crunch. So that's exactly what we're going to do. This time, we're going to go all the way down. We rest the head for a split second, then come up, and we elbow, elbow. Going back down with me, up, elbow, elbow. Back down and up, elbow, elbow. You guys got it. Elbow, elbow. Keep it going. Keeping those heels on the floor. Going up as high as you can. If the sit-up is too much for anyone, just try to get your upper back off the floor. Up, elbow, elbow. Some people can only do that upper back portion. That's okay. Sit up as much as you can. Nearly done. And that's it. Woo! For that exercise. All right, let's go into our next one. It's another plank. This time, everyone should be on their elbows. So the way it works is we're going to lean on one side and reach up, going down, other side, up and down. When you reach, squeeze the back here, squeeze the back, squeeze, down, squeeze, a good little twist in the hips here, down, reach and down, other side, keep going. Everyone, we're nearly done with the workout. We got one more exercise coming up for the core, and then we're going to go through it all over again. Keep it up. Nearly done here. 3, 2, one more reach. Excellent. All right. Going into our final exercise here. This one, we're going to focus more on the lower part of the core. For this one, you can do 2 things. Hands are always going to be by the glutes, and you're going to either tuck the knees in and then rest the heels, or legs straight and again, rest the heels. Do what works best for you. I find the straight leg to be a bit tougher, especially for my low back. So I want to be mindful of the low back as I bring my legs down to the floor. I want it to be nice and slow, especially downward, so that I have full control during this exercise. It should be nice and slow. Again, if the straight legs are too much, just tuck the knees in. It's a little bit easier on the lower back that way. Last one. All right, sitting up. All right, everyone, we got one more set. So going into plank, right on your hands. There we go. Plank position, and again, opposite arm, opposite leg. Hips low, hips low. Keep it going, just like that. It's very challenging to keep the hips low, especially when we lift up a leg. The hips just sometimes want to go way up, like so, way up. Don't do that, keep it low. Nice and low here. Less than 20 seconds, do what you can. Again, should be a little bit slow with transition from one side to the other to make sure our balance is good and our form is nearly perfect. 3, 2, last one, done. Okay, going back to the crunch with the elbows, all right? So, deep breath, lie down first. Get ready for those elbows. And up, elbow, elbow, back down. Remember, you should be resting your head for a split second as you go back down towards the floor or your mat. 2, down, up. 1, 2, down, up. Keep it going. 1, 2, down. Halfway there. Don't forget to breathe. Most important thing. Strike with an exhale. Exhale, down, up. Exhale, exhale, down. One more time, exhale, exhale, down and up. Woo. Moving back to our plank position. Deep breath here. Again, we're gonna go into the plank with the elbows now so that we can do a good side reach, staying low, and squeeze the back as you reach up. Squeeze, squeeze, get that definition in your back here. You want a strong back when you do things like cardio kickboxing. Good reflexes. And a strong back means a strong front as well. So we're working our lower back here, which means the core is going to be even tighter. Stronger. 5 seconds. 3, 2, last one. Moving on. Our final exercise for today. And then we have a couple minutes to cool down. So with me, again, 2 options here. Hands right by your hips. You're going to do either tuck in or straight leg. I'm going to start off with straight legs here. Again, be very mindful of your lower back here. Really press your lower back into the floor as you bring your legs up or your knees to your chest. Press the lower back down to the floor. Good. Press it down. That's how we work the lower part of the core. I think I'm going to stick with knee tucks here. This is getting tough. Nearly done here. We got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And rest. Woo. Stay lying down. Stay lying down. I always like to start off my stretches on the floor when I can. All right. Stretching out the legs. One hand over the other. Bringing them up and over. And let's stretch out the arms as well. Deep breath here. Deep breath as you stretch. Looking straight up. And let's sit up here. Sitting up. I'm going to move back just a little bit here. Just a couple minutes of a cool down. Now reach for your ankles. Eyes on your knees or on your shins. Either way, make sure your head is down while we stretch out the back of the legs. 3, 2, 1. Let's recede back just a little bit. Taking one leg up. Bring it to the other side of that leg. So I got my left leg here. And I'm going to take my right elbow and twist. Applying pressure right here so I can twist a little more easily. It's not going to last long. 3, 2, 1. Bring it center. Switching legs. Bring that leg over. So I got my right leg here. Left elbow. Pressing and twist. Again, won't last long here. 3, 2, 1. Center. Straight leg. And let's go into a stretch for the hip flexor. Everyone, thank you for joining me today. I know it's tough. I don't think I had water that whole time. Woof, I'm parched. So hips forward to stretch out the hip flexor here. Feel free to pulse it out if you'd like, or you can hold still for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching it up. Lean the hips forward. Torso's nice and straight, looking straight ahead. And again, you can either hold in place or pulse it out. Nearly done here. This is our last stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, everyone, that's it. So thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. I say the thank you. And have a good one. Take care.